Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here, Smart Business Moves. And our special guest, our top secret guest, I don't know if anybody guessed or not, Liz, do you know? Denisse Baker. Hey, Denisse, how are you?
Yes.
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
Marlo guessed, remember? DB.
DB, right.
Well, I was going to do the DB Cooper, was going to be one of mine, but I couldn't. That was good too, right?
Yeah, that would work. That would have worked.
I was going to say, and she didn't rob a bank and jump out of a plane.
Hey.
I was like, I already said that she wasn't a friar. Yeah. How you doing, Denise? Glad to see you here for On the Spot.
Denisse,
thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. So, Denisse, you're in. Where are you? I mean, you live outside of Portland, right?
Yeah, I live in a suburb called Lake Oswego outside of Portland. It's about 20 minutes, not too bad.
Okay. Well, we're gonna dive into this, and we'll talk a little bit. I want you to be able to share a little bit about what you're doing, because I know that you've got a lot of interest all in the residential cleaning industry. But if I don't take care of the obligatory housekeeping first, we'll forget and we'll never get there. It's a couple things I want to share with you guys before we get too deep into it. First off, yesterday we did deal day rather, and we had 4 pretty exciting deals that we had, pretty awesome deals. We had. Who did we have? We had PipeHire, which is a software platform, kind of applicant tracking system with some expanded functionality, and they had like a 75% off.
Yeah.
We had Workway, which is a production management software, and they had some pretty deep discounts. We had Home Advisor, and I think they were doing like 50% off for a number of months. And we had Carrie Knight with her training program on sales and marketing and how to get more recurring business. And all of those deals are good until end of day tomorrow. I think Carrie's program is like half off. And
it was more than half off, Tom.
I'm sorry?
It was more than half off, because the program itself is gosh, now I forget, but it was more than half off by at least a few dollars. And we just sign up with Carrie today?
We did.
Yeah.
We are taking Carrie's program, and our sales team with Castle Keepers is taking Carrie's program. I think it's just
American Made too. Super excited. I know that 4 minutes isn't very long to be able to explain a program, but I mean, her program's so freaking amazing. I love her. She Tom, you said it right yesterday when we were off the call, and you said the thing with Carrie is she's a true talent. It's not just that she is, a good entrepreneur. She is all of those other things, but she's a talent. She is doing things differently, and it's kind of awesome. I'm glad we've hired her.
Yeah, I am too. I'm long on Carrie, and I think it's going to be evident to everybody as time goes on. So I'm predicting that a year from now she's going to be doing a lot more of this training, and we're not going to be able to get it for the price that we're.
Of course.
Deal day yesterday.
Of course, $500. Oh,
know how to find out about these deals, Donna. I dropped the link to Deal Day, and it's that basically this Facebook Live. You have to watch it, and you'll see all 4 deals that are there, and you can kind of fast forward through some of the dead spots to get to the actual deals. But that's how it works.
Yeah. That's the best thing about watching it afterwards is you can fast forward through.
Denise taking the program too. Awesome.
Yay. Yay. We'll be doing homework together. Not Denise. You can't see. Over here we have a viewer. Her name is Danite. Danit. She's the one taking the program. Can you see the things that he pops up there?
You see what's popping up here on the screen?
I can see, yeah, the screen, and then there is somebody asking, taking the program as well. Can't wait. Is it Denette? Denette?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Perfect. All right. So y'all know how On the Spot works. So start getting your questions. Tom's going to talk to us about next week's schedule. But we should probably tell everybody a little bit about Denisse real quick, Tom. Or Denisse, you can tell us a little bit about what you do before we hit the schedule, just so they can start thinking about questions while you tell us about the schedule. What do you think?
That's a good idea.
All right.
All right. So what I do, well, I have a cleaning business, or several actually. One is called Mess Made Right, and that was in Portland. That was our first business. And then after that, we started a company called Hello Carpets and Floors. And then we do carpet cleaning and do some floor care. And then as time went on, we bought a company here in Beaverton, also right outside of Portland, called Amazing Maids. And so we also do that. So kind of several different companies, all within the same industry. So cleaning, we love cleaning. And now we're thinking of kind of branching outside of our area into another state. So.
Wow.
Where are you going? Is it a secret? What are you doing?
It's not a secret. Oh, no, it's not a secret. We are thinking of going to Boise, Idaho, or we already have an address there. And so it's the very beginning stages of that.
Ooh, how exciting.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Why Boise?
Yeah.
Why Boise?
If Boise was actually one of the fastest growing cities in America, just even a few years ago. I think they've really slowed down, but it's still, there's a big market there, and that is kind of where we're thinking of heading as far as where we want to move to. So it only makes sense that once, for me anyways, once we're already ready to move, that we already have something set up there.
Okay.
Very cool.
Mike Harrington lives in Boise. The headquarters for Pro Team used to be in Boise, and he worked with Pro Team. I think they moved, and I think he works with Gojo now. I don't know. I haven't talked to Mike in a couple of years. He was heavily involved with RC back in the day. So I don't know if you have any clients yet, but I can introduce you to Mike. I don't know who's cleaning his home, but he might be your first one.
Oh, hey, yes.
Okay. You can't turn down referrals, right? I'm like, wow.
Exactly. Awesome. No way.
Oh, very, very cool.
Yeah,
all right.
And I know, Denisse, you are really strong in like SEO and basically digital marketing. I've seen some of your work there. There's a lot that she can share and teach us there. And running multiple businesses, especially setting up one.
Tom, are you stuck or am I?
I don't know.
Denisse, who looked stuck to you? Did Tom look stuck or did I?
I think you guys both look fine. Tom, you're a little blurry, but
yeah, he's real blurry.
I'm blurry? Very
blurry. Like if I didn't know that was you, I would wonder if you had been in a burn ward or some type.
Wow. I don't know. I'm sitting here on my screen. I look pretty awesome. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, maybe when you were moving stuff around, you tapped your camera or something. It's very blurry.
Still?
Oh yeah. Thanks, Leslie. It's kind of getting old here toward that. It's better, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting blurry again.
Can you hear me?
What?
Stop it.
You're so easy, Tom.
I am. I'm gullible. I'm trusting. I'm a very trusting soul.
Oh, that was scary up close like that, Tom. All right.
Oh, my towel is green. Check that out.
Yeah, that's so weird looking. Yeah. Yeah.
Still
now you're still blurry.
Okay. We're just going to have to, power through this.
It's not normal that I'm the clearest one on the call.
Well, that's because you're looking at your screen. I don't know.
No, I'm clear. See?
Denisse, do I look blurry? Oh,
You look
Karen,
fine to me.
People are saying you look blurry, dude. It's not me. Look, he's so distraught now. We're kidding, Tom. You're not really blurry.
oh, stop it. It's too late now. I'll never believe you.
You really are blurry.
Okay. Well,
All right. So now you guys have some ideas of things to be thinking about, questions to ask for Denisse, questions about like Tom was giving you some examples. Also, how is she planning on opening a remote location? How does she run all these different locations? Who runs them? You know, that type of stuff. Hey, Maria. Good to see you.
I know. Okay. So I don't. Liz, you might tell me anything, but Maria would give me the straight skinny. So I don't know what to do.
It's okay. When you're on the little side panel, you're not as blurry.
Okay.
You're like a little smaller version.
How about this?
You actually look much better.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, much better.
Is this blurry again?
No,
What?
you look better. Whatever the problem was is better. Yeah.
Okay. Denise says I'm good, so that's we got to roll here. We got a schedule for next week. We're going to be back next week, guys. So let's talk about this for a minute. Who do we have on Monday, Liz?
Chris Zimmer. Do y'all remember Chris from ARCSI? I'm so excited. Yeah. So she's going to be on. Tom, you want to talk a little bit more about that? You guys came up with a title today or a topic, right?
Talking about leveraging relationships in the residential cleaning industry. For a number of you guys know, Chris, for those of you that don't, she and Ernie Hartong were like a team. And this was back in the days when, ARCSI was like living from week to week in terms of paying the bills and trying to get enough members to keep it all together. And they actually took it and got it to a stable, successful, at least, sustainable model. And Chris was really good at building community and social media. She's done a lot of work in nonprofit type and association work since she left ARCSI. How many years ago has that been? Do you remember, Liz?
I don't. It's been a while. 5? That's my first guess.
But I know a number of you guys are still friends with Chris, and she's going to be with us next week. She's going to be sharing some of her experiences both with ARCSI and since then, and talk about how do we build community and how do we leverage those relationships to help us accomplish our goals and objectives. And we'll have some news to share about Chris too that I think we'll find exciting. I know I do.
She said 6 years, Tom. She's on here.
Oh, hey Chris. Hey, look, Paul says I look studly.
Paul, why? Why, Paul? Well, what are you trying to do here?
I'm leaving that up for the rest of the hour here. Thank you, Paul.
Already so big. Come on.
Paul, you've always been one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Alonzo Adams is going to be, we're never going to get through this. Alonzo Adams is going to be with us Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about marketing professionalism to set yourself apart from the competition. One of the things that we promote here on Spark Business Moves, and just one of our mission with the industry, is to promote the idea of professionalism. And the idea is that it's through professionalism that we're going to be able to differentiate ourselves from all the other ways that people can get their homes cleaned, command a higher bill rate, be able to create better jobs, be able to provide better service, be able to build stronger businesses. And being professional is one thing, but if you aren't able to market it and leverage it to your advantage, then you're kind of missing a huge opportunity. So specifically, that's what we're going to be talking about. And it's going to tie in with a lot of other things that we've been working on. And Alonzo is always great for bringing a strong presentation to us, so you don't want to miss that. Wednesday, Perry Tate is going to be joining us, and Perry basically makes a lot of his living in the window cleaning world. Anybody who's in the window cleaning industry, I'm sure knows Perry. He manufactures a number of like the long cleaning poles and other tools and products for the residential cleaning industry. He's from Australia, lived in various parts of the world. He lives in China now and has for a while. A lot of the equipment that he sells is manufactured in China. His primary markets are the United States and Australia in terms of where he sells his products. He's got some tools out there and products that are specific to COVID. And, I've talked to Perry some since COVID, and living in China, he sees things, and he's got a Chinese perspective as to what COVID's about and how it spreads and how to prevent it and how to be responsible from a cleaning company standpoint. So, plus, if you don't know Perry, if you've never met him before, he's a very dynamic personality. Let's just leave it at that. He's going to be bringing it too. You're going to have a lot of fun with Perry. So you don't want to miss that on Wednesday. And Thursday brings us back around to On the Spot again. And do we have a secret guest for On the Spot next Thursday?
We have one clue. It's the same clue that I always give on Thursday for the next week. And that is gender. So this guest gender is male. He will be interesting.
Male.
So
we've basically cut
my God,
nation set in half. Bang.
Oh, I just realized though, you're not supposed to do that, are you? That's like really politically incorrect these days, isn't it?
I don't know, Liz.
I apologize.
We'll give you grace on that. I know your heart, Liz. I know your heart.
I appreciate that. Old people it's rough, y'all, having to change some of these things. I'm learning. Okay.
I'll ask my kids and they'll shame me for even asking the question, so I'm not going to do that.
You should know better.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on because I'm already feeling bad.
Do we have any questions? I don't see any questions.
No questions yet? All right. Well,
so I'll just put this back up here until like.
I'm totally going to tell Kyle that this was up here.
No, don't be ratting me out to Kyle.
Yeah, see, you cause yourself trouble. All right. He's male. Okay, you have to identify something. If he identifies as male, he's male. Thank you, Rochelle. So yes, he identifies as male. We're good.
Are you sure? Did you check?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
All right. So I do have 4 questions that I got from other people outside to prime the
MMA group.
Say again?
Is this from your MMA group?
Yeah, from the MMA group. Yep. All right. So you ready for the first one? And this is to prime the pump. Is Denisse planning on keeping the business in Portland along with the new one in Boise once she moves? So first, let's let Denisse go ahead and answer that.
Yeah.
Okay. As of now, yes, but you never know. If the right person comes along with the right amount of money, we would probably sell. Yes.
And are you planning on keeping all the businesses, carpet too?
No, I think carpet, we will slowly back up from that. And just so that Craig could have some more free time, because part of all of this is we want freedom to travel. So, yeah, mostly freedom to travel.
Right? Guys,
what's that?
You guys are getting an Airstream?
So we got an Airstream about 8 weeks ago, and it's in Michigan. It's getting renovated. And so we will be getting that in the next month or 2. So we'll be ready for spring and summer next year.
Cool.
Nice. I didn't know you already got it. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So first question I have here is how do you manage attendance in your company?
Is that for me or Tom?
It's for all three of us. So how we do on the spot is we all get 1 minute. You remember this from foundations, right? Tom gets
I
a
do.
minute. Yeah. And so Tom will go first. And then he's got to keep notes. That's why he's flipping his paper here real quick. Because it's so ridiculous that we will forget who's supposed to go first. Like, no, I went first last time. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Nobody wants to go first because you can't give the best answer. Whoever gets to go last is like, oh.
See, it's big responsibility, Denise, because not only do I have to come up with a useful answer, but I have to run the clock and I have to figure out who's going next. And Liz will find something I'm doing wrong, which will like get me off my game and confused and distracted. So,
and you have to continue to look studly the whole time.
Okay, well, that's true. I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. Okay, so I will go first on this. Okay.
All right.
Attendance in a company.
Shoot.
Okay, here we go. Bang. We have an attendance policy that basically gives all of our cleaning professionals 4 unexcused absences within a 6-month period, and that 6-month period rolls, day after day. But we counsel them on each and every unexcused absence that they have, and they are responsible for basically managing that. If they have like an emergency out, we use Made Central to do our time tracking, so they'll basically go into the employee portal and say we're going to be out that day. And if they have an excuse, and we have reasons for excuses, like if they've got a sick child, we're fairly liberal on that, but they have to upload something, explaining their excuse. But if they get to 4 unexcused absences and they're out of compliance, they no longer work for us. We've been more generous on what's excused, though, with COVID. We've kind of had to loosen that up because of COVID, but generally that's how it works. And if we manage it, it works.
Where's our timer, Tom?
Oh, it's right here. You can't see it because if you could, you would see how awesome that was, because I have maybe a 1/10 of a second left.
Mm-hmm. I know your game, Tom. You thought you were going to be going over. So
I'm sorry I cheated you guys out of that, because that was about as good as it gets.
That was really good, Tom. I'll give you that. All right.
Okay, Denise, you're up next. You ready?
I'm ready. All righty. So like Tom said, we also have a 4 absence policy, but I find that we're pretty generous on our time off because we have mandatory sick pay here in Portland. So everybody gets 40 hours of sick pay after X amount of hours worked. So if somebody needs to be off, all they have to do is fill out this sheet that says I was sick, and so I'm taking advantage of my sick hours. And so that's basically what it comes down to. But if you go after your sick pay is over, if you're absent 4 times, then after your first absence, we do write you up. And that's different maybe than other companies, and we'll tell you how many absences you have left and what happens for each unexcused absence. In the past, we do have suspensions. My time is up and I didn't finish, but I'm sorry.
Well, Denise, guests can go over. Liz and
okay.
Dear God, I'm not allowed to anyway, but you certainly can.
Okay, so we after the 3rd absence, we basically tell you what's going to happen at your 4th absence is you do get suspended, and we're pretty strict in that because we already have so many hours of sick pay that people really shouldn't be absent so much, because on top of that, they also get 1 week's vacation. So you have here in Portland, we give out 80 hours, if you really think about it, where people should be able to get what they need to get done, as opposed to in other places where, they're not forced to do that. We're forced to do that here with the sick pay. So we're pretty strict with unexcused absences.
Awesome. That's good. Good answer.
So that's good to have a nice thorough answer too.
You ready, Liz?
Yep. All right, so we have unlimited time off here as long as you put in a time off request. And because of that, we are much less lenient with unexcused time off. So unexcused time off for us is on the third one in a year, you no longer work for us. So you get 2 unexcused absences a year, free and clear. But you can get an absence excused by going to a doctor. So that's the way we've always done things in the past. Also, you will only be unexcused. It's not just because it's the morning of. You will only be unexcused if we literally will have to move a job off of this day. There's something that we can't clean, then you're going to be unexcused and you will have to get that doctor's note. I had one more thing and I can't remember what it is. I'm out of time anyway.
Okay. I'll give you an extra, 15 seconds here. Do you remember what it was?
No, because I'm like, oh, well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there was one thing for 15 seconds might help. It might be good. Yeah.
Go.
All right. So that's our normal way of doing things. Since COVID, we have had to change things up because of, people have to be out for certain things, fever, etc. So how we've done that is if you have to be out, then you're going to have to be out for a minimum of 3 days after your symptoms are gone. So that tends to keep people from wanting to just take a day off. You can't just get 1 day off.
Okay.
That was probably longer than 15 seconds. Thanks for that.
Okay. That's important information. That's
what I thought. COVID is different. Yeah.
We don't want to 15 seconds, 20 seconds. We'll even give you 30. COVID's important.
Wow.
Okay. Paul's got a question for us. He wants to know, what type of incentives do you have for your employees? Liz, I think you're up and you need to talk fast.
We only had one question, so now it's Denise's turn.
What
type? Like,
one question.
Okay, Denisse, you're up.
What type of incentives do you have for your employees for them to show up to work? Or what do you mean?
Any incentive to do anything, to do better work, show up, whatever. Be on time.
Okay. All right. So going back to the, when you work here, you get a 1 week's vacation. And not a lot of cleaning companies in our area do that. So we get a lot of people coming in that are interested in working for us because after a year of employment, you get a week. After 3 years, you get 2.5. Let's see, what else do they get? So we do like Made Money, which a lot of, anybody who's gone to foundations knows about. So we do Made Money for quality and reviews online. And we will tell our employees, hey, make sure they mention your name so that we can give you, a bonus, which usually ranges from anywhere from $10 to $15 in gift cards. And so gift cards to like Starbucks or Dutch Brothers. I think we also do PGE, which is our power company here. So they have like $15 to pay part of their power bill. Time was up.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was a lot.
That was a lot. You got a lot in there.
You ready, Liz?
I think so. So for incentives, so I think I do a lot more around the idea of motivating and engaging than incentivizing. But let's see, some incentivizing things that we do have a few contests. We have a contest every week. We have games that we play every week as well. We have, we do some of the things like Denisse does as far as reviews. We'll give Made Money. I'm trying to think of incentivizing people. So we are more about motivating than incentivizing, I realize. We do some of the basic stuff like you get certain things done and you'll be the person that's going to have the surprise party for the month or the breakfast for the month. Gosh, I'm not sure. Sorry, Paul. I didn't have a lot of stuff for you.
Yeah. I have a little bit extra too that we do. I just remembered because somebody asked online the other day, and I think we said we do like birthday breakfasts. We do, and then our biggest thing that we do at the end of the year is a Christmas dinner at a fancy restaurant. And so our cleaners can bring a +1. So typically they'll bring their husbands or somebody that they're dating, or if they're single, and single mom will bring their kid. And they talk about that for like all of January, because we really try to go all out on a very fancy meal. And so they all get to dress up, and it's, you know, it's fun for them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess we do a lot with like recognition, which is, little games and stuff, spin the wheel and, win a candy bar or something. In terms of rewards, actual, financial, incentives, there's a couple areas that we do that. One's on the recruiting side. If you refer somebody to us to be a team member, and if we hire them, there's a cash bonus. And we change that up every once in a while. That could be $50, that could be $100, maybe even more if we're really tight. And then after a certain amount of time, 30 days to 90 days, there's another, financial incentive if they stay. And the same thing with door hangers and getting customer referrals. If one of our cleaning professionals do that, they get a referral. Oh yeah. Testimonials on review sites, there could be some financial incentives.
I'm not even going to say a word, Tom, because you did good. You had good stuff, so you weren't being all wordy. So
I was trying.
You're fine. All right.
And I guess we can fill in the blank with the rest of that, so it's good. You guys know where I was going with that. What you got, Liz?
Okay, you guys remember, when we run out of questions, we're shutting it down. I've got a couple more here. I hate this question. Okay, how do you? Well, I'm asking it. Somebody asked me to ask it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I want to know, how do we all manage vacuums or broken vacuums? What do we do with them? And I think this is coming from one of our members that has a graveyard of vacuums. Then she has like 35 broken vacuums in her vacuum graveyard.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yay. First up.
Yeah, Liz, this is you.
This really is me this time. All right. How do we manage broken vacuums? Okay. So if you're out on a team, teams have 2 vacuums. They have a canister vacuum that can do both jobs, and then they have an upright that can also do both jobs. What I mean by both jobs is carpet and hard floors. So if one of your vacuums breaks, okay, red tag it and put it in the car, and then you'll be able to use the other vacuum for the rest of your jobs. At the end of the day, the red tagged vacuum gets put in a special place, and a text goes out to vacuum repair. And then they will pick the vacuum up and take it back and repair it, supposedly within a day. Doesn't happen. Maybe in a week it'll get repaired. We use old parts from old vacuums to repair stuff, order new parts probably once a month, and then get rid of vacuums that are gone.
Okay, we have a repair process that if a vacuum's not working, there is a tag that goes on it, and the cleaning professional that was using it has to check out some boxes to kind of explain, what it's doing, what it isn't doing. And there's a triage process from there that every branch has somebody that has some basic training on, how to, get something that's clogging a hose fixed, or some of the other basic, maintenance parts that you need to check. If it's something really complicated, it depends what branch it is. Charleston, I've got people that work in-house that can pretty much just tear them apart and put them back together. If it's one of the other branches, we'll either ship it back to Charleston, or we'll work with a local, we use Pro Team, so a service repair center in that market, just depending upon what the issue is. Ready, Denise?
I'm ready. All right, so we also do the dual system. So we use the Auric, the upright, and then we use a Pro Team. And so we have the same procedure. We have a red tag that we put on them. Our cleaners are in charge of putting that red tag on. But we also make sure that we have usually about 8 or 9 vacuums that have already been repaired. So if that vacuum gets taken in, a new one gets put out. And then usually it takes about a week to 2 weeks to repair the broken vacuum. And I consider myself lucky because my husband's pretty handy. And so he's in the business with me. So he does all of our repairs. And we were very intentional about the vacuum that we picked so that we could do that, which Auric and Pro Team are pretty easy to work on. Now, if it's a motor issue, then we will usually just go ahead and buy a new vacuum and then just dump the old one.
There you go. Good job.
All right, you guys, I'm getting down to the end. I can't believe y'all don't have any questions. We got good people on this call today, too. So, all right. Versus the other days when we don't have good people.
Sure.
I didn't do that. All right. So the next question is, do you do anything special for your clients?
I guess I am, huh?
Yeah.
That's a very broad question. I think we do. I think our clients think we do. You know, basically, we establish a level of trust with our clients and provide professional service. At the end of the day, that's that's special. We're a house cleaning service, and we provide professional house cleaning. We do a site-specific scope of work. I mean, every home has detailed work instructions. We also do rotational deep cleaning for a lot of our homes. So we have the ability, and again, we do this in Made Central, but we have the ability to capture all the rooms in the home and rotate between which rooms are being deep cleaned each visit. Those are things that we think make us unique, along with the training program and just the core values that we bring to our service. You ready, Denisse?
The question was, do we do anything special?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't click that.
Well, let's see. This question is so broad. Let's see, special as far as, when the client, let's say they call and say, hey, we're having a baby, or, this and this happened. We will go ahead and send out a card and say, hey, congrats on the new baby. Maybe send some flowers, good luck on your surgery. Other than that, I don't think that we do anything super special, but let's say that they do call a complaint. I mean, this just happened last week and somebody scratched the floor. I'm lucky because we have, our carpet and floor care, and we'll say right away, hey, we're going to go ahead and send somebody out to take care of that for you. Whether it was our fault or not, if somebody says that there was a scratch on the floor, we'll go ahead and take care of that. Now, we do have access to a floor, our floor company. And I find that to be very special.
I do too.
Just taking care of the issues really quickly.
Yeah, I do
That's
too.
important.
Yeah. I think people really value that. Okay, so I think that one of the things that we do is we treat pets as part of the family, which means that we clean up after them the same way that we clean up after other members of the family. We are flexible, and we don't have any fees for skipping. Like if you have to skip a clean or move a clean or something like that, there's not going to be a fee. We have an option that we call, can't remember what we call it, but to skip your price increase. So if you have a price increase due, you can skip it until next year by paying for a year's cleaning in advance. And you also will get an additional free cleaning for a friend. A lot of people like that. We offer a free deep cleaning when we sign up service in a year. And we play.
Go ahead, Liz.
game with the kids in the household.
That was a lot to get in a minute. That was good.
Okay.
Linda has a question. Do we do anything for clients for Christmas or in holidays?
Ace is fine.
Denisse is up.
Okay. So for Christmas and holidays, we will do free oven cleaning a week before Christmas so that it is ready for the day of Christmas. And we also send out cards. We'll take a Christmas photo with all of our employees, and then we'll go ahead and send out that card. People usually love it. We've tried cookies in the past, and that was just way too much. Too many cookies. So we didn't do that anymore, but our Christmas card and our free oven cleaning we do every year.
That was good. 23 seconds on a count.
That was like an Elena answer.
Yeah, when Elena's on this thing, 15 seconds, bam, she's done.
Yeah, and it was good answers. It wasn't like she was just like phoning it in. They were good answers, fast. She was an attorney. That's why.
You ready, Liz?
Yeah. All right. So currently what we do for our clients over the holidays is we bake them cookies. So when we get to their house, we make them cookies and we leave a cute little thing that says, Merry Christmas. In the past, we have always given a gift, anything from an ornament to soap to towels to you name it. We've had a different gift every year. For the other holidays, we do other smaller things. So like for Valentine's Day, we leave candy. For Thanksgiving, we leave this cute little pumpkin. We do something for all of the holidays. Sometimes it's just even a little note with a sticker on it, or like for St. Patrick's Day, a little sticker on the toilet paper instead of, of shamrock instead of just the normal. So we always do something for the holidays, some little thing.
What do you do for Groundhog's Day?
Nothing.
Underappreciated.
One of my friends, it's her birthday, so I celebrate that.
Okay. We don't do a lot for special or out of the ordinary for our clients for for the holidays over Christmas. We do like a card, and the I guess default cleaning team will sign that, and the office staff will sign that, and we deliver those to our clients. But honestly, above and beyond that, we make some modifications to our cleaning procedures to, take into account, Christmas decorations and gifts and Christmas trees and some of the special challenges that poses. But that's basically it. Linda has a variation, I guess. What holidays do you close business? Liz, you're first on this one?
I am. So we don't close very often. We close on Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. Now, the rest of the holidays, not including Groundhog's Day, we work a partial day. So we work really hard to get everybody off work by 1 o'clock on the other days. So that even Valentine's Day, 4th of July, those other holidays. So people can, because what was happening was for the other holidays, people would request off and somebody would request all the holidays for the whole year. And then they would get all of those days off. And then other people were stuck working every holiday when somebody else had every holiday off. So now everybody gets off at 1 and nobody can have a holiday off, not unless we end up with extra time available.
We have 6 holidays that are paid holidays that we observe. New Year's Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, 4th of July. Did I say that one?
That's the other one, 4th of July.
That's 6. Denisse?
All right, so we have 5 paid holidays, which is New Year's Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Those are paid holidays for us after 90 days, and we will close for those 5 days. So earlier on in our company, we didn't used to. If somebody wanted to work those days, then that was fine, but now we do close entirely. And you get those paid days if you've been with the company for 90 days or more.
Debbie wants to know how we handle tips, gifts, bonuses at the holidays, specifically distribution to the staff. Interesting. Good question. I'm up first.
Yep.
This is a delicate situation, and I don't know if there's a perfect way of handling this, but typically our teams or our clients rather are serviced by the same teams on a recurring basis, and the client leaves a tip to the team that's typically cleaning their home, and sometimes they specifically will specify who it's for and how it's to be split up. Other times they don't. If they don't, we do it based on the team that's cleaning the home, and we split it proportionally to the people that are on the job. And it's not perfect, and from time to time, do we have to have some discussions with people? Yeah, but that's typically the way that we do it. You ready, Denisse?
Yeah. So we're the same as Tom. Our teams don't rotate very often with our client. So usually the client will call the office, or they will leave the tip there during Christmas, and then the team will divide it amongst themselves. Bonuses, we don't do a lot of bonuses at the holidays, but we do pay out if there was any unused sick time or vacation time. But by December, we usually pay it out by Christmas before the year is over. We don't let any sick pay or vacation time roll over. That's it. Mm-hmm.
You up, Liz?
Yep. All right. So our tips, we rotate teams a lot. We move around. Some teams will have set clients that they clean for, but because we do rotate a lot, depending on location, whoever cleans the house gets the tip, period. And that team splits the tip regardless of what it is. Now, gifts is different. All gifts are brought back to the office unless they are perishable or edible. If they're edible, the team that was there gets to eat them, consume them, etc. But all the rest of the gifts come back to the office, and we play a game the day after the first day we come back in the new year, where all of those things are numbered. Everybody picks a number, and then you get to win the prizes or the gifts that are under the tree. And you can't participate unless you want to do thank yous.
Okay. We are pressing the top of the hour here. We have no more questions. So I think our job here is almost done. Cleaning Business Today. If you haven't subscribed, you want to, you get our newsletter, you get updates on late breaking news, you get heads up when we're doing deal day and the schedule for smart business moves. Email, first name, last name, really easy. I'll share the link to our resources page. Liz, anything more we need to think about before we call it a week?
No, but I do want to say real quick, you guys missed out on the best question, I think. They wanted to know who's the worst employee you ever had. So I might save that question for next week. I'm like, oh, we're not names, right? Not George Jetson was the worst employee I ever had. But what'd they do? Why were they your worst? So I'm like, ooh, that's going to be good. So we'll save that one for next week. All right. That's it for me.
Yeah, I'm glad I have a week to think about that.
Too many options. Too many options.
Thank you guys for helping us out and making this a fun show. We'll be back Monday. Our guest Monday is Chris Zimmer, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have some things to share with you. I think you're going to find interesting and exciting. So take care, and we'll see you Monday, 5 o'clock Eastern. Denisse, thank you for helping us.
Yeah, thanks.
You're great.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing pictures of that Airstream.
Yes, me too. I'm excited. Well, I have a couple, but it's not all done. So I'll show you the before and then the after. Once we're going to have to drive out and get it, or they're going to drive it out to us, depending on when it's done. But we're excited.
I look forward to it.
It sounds fun.
Later, folks.
Bye-bye.
Nice weekend.
Thank you.